That would like drive my anxiety through the roof. For our discipline, there's a rhythm dance and a free dance. And that rhythm dance is where the ISU sets out a specific theme that all of the skaters have to follow. This year it's 90s, which is super fun because there's so much great music in the 90s and so many different ways you can explore that theme. And then with the free dance, we have a little bit more flexibility to be creative and choose any music under the sun as long as it has a skatable beat. And that's where you see a lot of different teams come up with so many different themes and styles of music and influences from different areas. And so we really enjoy the creative aspect of what we get to do.
What are your favorite 90s songs?
Oh man, I love anything by Prince, like Prince's 90s eras.
Right.
Amazing.
80s and 90s.
Yeah, and then I've had huge playlists of just 90s house music for forever. My dad used to DJ before I was born, so I grew up with all these crates of records, just listening to everything. He was much more into like the funk R&B side of things, but I mean that funk and R&B were huge influences to house music anyways. So Crystal Waters, you've got so many different 90s house artists that just, it's so fun to listen to.
No, I mean, besides that 90s house, like I really like the Cranberries and Mazzy Star. Mm-hmm. And I think Air has some cool stuff too. Like I think one of my favorite films is The Virgin Suicides by Sofia Coppola. So that whole soundtrack, I'll just listen all the way through.
When I was like 7 years old, I told my mom, hockey is what I want to do. And she said, great, I'm signing you up for figure skating. And for a while I did a bit of both and was much more successful at figure skating and was very lucky to start skating where there was this school that was being established, WISA, where it was like this grassroots ice dance group that really grew all these teams and skaters like me from the very beginning. And so we had this very intensive schedule from the moment we started training that really gave us this huge base of just skating skills and knowledge that we've carried with us since then. I think we do a really good job with our current coaching team of training in this bubble that we've created where we can be most productive. And so, like when I'm sitting at home on my couch and think about the Olympics, yeah, of course you think about like grand scheme of things like, oh my gosh, what is my purpose? Like what if I don't make it? What if I do make it? But on the ice, it's all about what we're fixing that day, what our short-term goals are, how we're accomplishing them, and making sure that we're communicating that well to each other and staying focused on them.
Yeah. Our team has done a really great job of just keeping us grounded as people, not just as skaters, and I think just the confidence we've been able to build in ourselves and our team, and just like having a really strong support system around us has really helped us manage that pressure of like, the big season, the big Olympic season that everybody talks about. It's almost been strange as we've been in this off season and creating and starting to get into the mode of training. Everything's just felt pretty normal, which
suspiciously normal.
Yeah, we're just waiting for things to get crazy and they just haven't. So I think just our ability to kind of put our heads down and stay in our bubble and just focus on what we can control and keep the joy and love of what we do going at home has just been incredible. We're really lucky that we get to train in a place where the philosophy is grounded in making sure that we have a holistic approach to our training and can just make sure we're getting the mental health support that we need, the physical health support that we need, and just showing up for each other every day in our community. And just the rink environment is so awesome to be a part of. I mean, we're all really great friends and we're all there to support each other because this thing that we do is really strange and really hard sometimes. So just being able to look out for each other in that way and know that we're not alone in this. Sometimes skating can, because it is a quite niche thing, can feel really isolating, and just that intensity that you're enduring every day in practice can be a weight sometimes. So to just have a great group of people around us and a great partner is just so incredible.
When one of us is struggling, the other takes the time to say, hey, I'm here for you, whatever it is, even if you don't want to talk about it, like, we're working through it together. Because at the end of the day, like, I can skate as well as I want. I could be the greatest skater in the world, or she could be. And if I'm dragging her down, or if she's dragging me down, then, like, it doesn't matter how good one of us is. We're a team.
Yeah.
And so we're always trying to bring each other along on every journey that we have, and making sure that we're supporting each other. Because, like Caroline touched on, this is a really niche sport, but it's also a subjective sport. And I think inherent to that is this pressure of not being able to control things outside of your skate. And all we can do is control our skate, and that depends on our training. But once we've gone up there on the ice of competition, we've finished our skate, we get off, everything else is out of our control. And that can be a very stressful thing, but it's also something where if you're approaching it correctly mentally, if you've prepared for that, and if you have support with you, it's very easy to say, I'm proud of what I did, now let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it means to be a part of a team, and just being the best individual that you can be to show up for your teammate, but also in the moments where you're struggling, being able to be vulnerable with the person that you're skating with. I know there have been many times where I've tried to be super tough when things get hard, or Michael's tried to be super tough, and then you just end up creating a wall between you. And I think just our ability as we've grown together over the past 5-6 seasons we've skated, I think we just know how to really reach each other in the moments where things get tough. And I think that's just a really great place to be as we head into the super stressful season where we're encountering pressures that we haven't necessarily had to deal with before, and just knowing that we have each other's backs.
That's the dream. Ever since I was a kid, like, the dream is to see that, and I've been lucky enough to see that flag on top of a podium for many competitions that I've done, not the Olympics. But it's, I mean, to me, it would represent my family, my friends, US figure skating, and every single person that I've interacted with in this country and every country that's supported me and supported us as a team. Like, they're all represented by that flag that hopefully we're watching.
Yeah, I think it's really like a banner that represents unity. And I mean, we haven't been on this journey alone. We've been together on it. We've had the support of our families, the support of our coaches. I mean, like, every single person along the way. And just even the bigger picture, like being able to be a representative for your nation is just such a special experience that not a lot of people get to have. And to call ourselves lucky enough to do that is just, I don't know, it's just so special.
It's an honor.
Yeah.